Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Today, we're going to be discussing the balance changes, predicting what's going to change, what really matters, how cards are going to be affected, specifically, and kind of just look at overall what's going to happen in the meta. So, let's start off with the first change here. Also, I will have it up on screen. Let's start off with the first change here, the skeleton barrel. Some people were wondering the death damage, it dropped a little bit, right? Is that amount there specifically for example, minions? Like, will it kill minions still? The answer is yes. Sadly, it still does kill it does still kill minions. It's still pretty broken, I'm gonna be honest. I think it still needs another nerf, but it's still something good they did. Step in the right direction. I think they should have made a lot more aggressive changes, kind of flipped around the meta because it has been kind of stale for a while, but it's cool. The Musketeer. Holy Musketeer, bro. I'm so happy they're finally changing it. Turret deploy time is doubled, which is a really good change. I still do think they needed to nerf the turret at least a little bit. Like, it's really strong. Honestly, I think the turret is still pretty broken. Still needs a huge nerf. But it's fine. I think it's still gonna be pretty meta card. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot weaker now because you can't do the sneaky pops as well. So people aren't gonna have to like predict your turret and maybe just miss out on a couple HP for a 1 HP musketeer, right? Or a couple elixir, sorry. Next is Mini P.E.K.K.A. He's getting like a pretty substantial health nerf from his ability. I think that will like help the card a lot. The health was kind of crazy. I'm not sure if that's enough though, but I honestly like mainly I think the musketeer need to change is not really the Mini P.E.K.K.A. as much, but yeah, Mini P.E.K.K.A. for sure did need a change. Hero Knight got a shield HP nerf. I think it definitely wasn't enough. I think it should have gotten, instead of an HP nerf, I think it should have gotten a radius nerf for how far it pulls. It literally pulls from bridge to your tower. That's kind of insane. Honestly, it should be fine though. I think it's still not going to be like too threatening in the meta. The ghost speed of this Evo Skellies. Evo Skellies have been broken for a while now. They've been thrown in every single deck. Decks they don't even belong in, like E Giant or Eagle. I'm sorry. So it's like, thank God they're finally getting a nerf. I also do believe this nerf is going to be really substantial. The ghosts usually walk so fast that like you have to panic. Like, you can't do anything. But now it's going to give you a lot more time to react to the general, defend the general, like do pretty much anything. And then the next change is going to be huge. Like, they buffed it a little bit, but they nerfed the boss bandit a lot. Like, a lot. Especially the dash damage. That's usually what bandit players like strive for, right? Like, they spam it. So now that that's getting a huge nerf, that's gonna be really good for the bandit. I really enjoy this. Next card, the furnace is getting a buff. I really don't want Furnace to ever be meta. I think it's a stupid card. They play it in the back, it immediately forces you to start responding because it does spawn the fire spirits that do fireball damage. Really dumb card, honestly. I'm going to be honest. I think it should never be meta. Hopefully, this change doesn't really make a meta. I'm not too sure how it's going to affect the card. I don't really use it often, but I just pray it gets nerfed. Or I pray like it's not substantial enough to bring it back into the meta. Ram Rider buff. Even though Ram Rider counters Loon like really hard, I do think Ram Rider needed a buff. I also think Ram Rider is one of those cards. Some people complain about it because like it is kind of annoying, but I think it's really healthy for the game. Having that sort of pushing ability while also like defending at the same time, more versatile than the Hog, less HP than the Hog. Honestly, just like a really, really skillful card. But most people don't see it that way, but I really do think it is. I also think like the change is going to be like really substantial. So hopefully it comes back into the meta. Maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't want Ram Rider as like the most dominant threat in the meta because it is kind of an oppressive card when it is really strong. But I do hope it's like viable at least. Like, that's really good. And I do think this change will make it viable. It's already been seeing some play with P.E.K.K.A. By players like Issei, top ladder players. So hopefully it does get that much needed buff, and I don't end up changing that. I just really wish like they change more things. Like, the Musketeer needs a damage nerf. They need to nerf some other cards. Like, I don't know, but I think generally it should be fine. And then yeah, so next is the giant skeleton getting a death damage buff. I'm gonna be honest. Not too sure if I'm scared about that or if I'm all right with it. I think the giant skeleton is pretty annoying. I think if they buffed its HP or its attack damage, it would have been too broken. I think buffing its sort of gimmick is really good because, for one, it's still going to be just as hard to get it to the tower. But it also still does provide that little boost it needed. So I think that's an amazing change compared to what they could have done. Like if they just buffed the card itself, it would have been really bad. Little Prince buff, I really dislike the Little Prince. Maybe because I play lava, but yeah, I think the buff is fine. Honestly, I think kind of needed it a little bit, but I'm just scared of all the like cycle like no, I was gonna say Mega Minion, Little Prince decks that are gonna be spammed in the meta. Like it's kind of annoying, but yeah, that's fine. And in the graveyard, it looks like it got a buff, but it got a crazy nerf. And honestly, it got a nerf that it much needed. I'm gonna be so honest. Ever since I started the game, even back when I used to be really good at the game, placing top 30, being consistently top ladder, it used to be my least favorite card. Right now, not so much because it's kind of not meta, but it just feels like you either get lucky or unlucky against it, and that's so toxic for the game. Like the ability to just spawn skellies and like it being random means that they could get like 17 skellies on your tower, like however many there are, right? Like they could get an infinite amount of skellies on your tower, or they could get none. And I think that's really, really dumb of an idea. Honestly, I'm gonna put up a video showing the change, how it works, like the sort of designated spawning now, and you guys can decide like what you think about it. Honestly, I really enjoy it. I do think it's kind of sucks for graveyard players though. Like their card is gonna be really dead. But I think if they just rework the graveyard a little bit, but keep that sort of designated spawning, it'll be insane. Like I really hope they do that because graveyard right now is just so luck based. Like it's so RNG. That'll be it for the overview. Next, I'm gonna play the deck I think is going to be the strongest in the meta this season. And without further ado, let's get into it. Game here up against Fury Kai. Not too sure what he's gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing the deck. I'm gonna throw it up on screen now. It's basically the same Mortar, um, Hero Muskie deck, except this time, because the Hero Muskie is getting nerfed, it's not necessary to run it. I have Cannoneers for extra defense, and I have Little Prince plus Poison. So I took out Fireball for Poison, took out Hero Valk or Hero Muskie for Little Prince, and this deck is crazy, guys. The Cannoneer provides that extra needed defense so you can continue spamming your opponent. What this deck aims to do, cycle the Evos. Little Prince can defend against strong troops with its buildup. It can also defend against spam with its buildup, so that's why Cannoneer is viable. Poison too. Just an overall crazy deck, guys. You're going to watch me wash this opponent. It's going to be crazy. It seems like he's playing 2.6, either that or 2.9. He has Log Fireball. Okay, yeah, so I'm up against 2.6. I'm going to show you guys how to destroy this matchup. Really easy. And yeah, let's get into the gameplay. Still trying to cycle the Evos. The game doesn't really start until you have Evos with this deck. You're kind of just defending until then. Minions on the Hog Rider. I didn't counter the first Hog Rider because I was too focused like talking about the deck, but now I can go in with my push. He either is forced to Fireball here while he's low on Elixir, or he has to do whatever he can. He doesn't want to Fireball because he's low on Elixir, but it's going to be hard to defend this. I think it's because he wanted to defend the Mortar instead, but now he's going to lose both. So yeah, put him in a really tough situation. That's what I mean by the Evos are really strong in this deck, guys. That's going to kill the Hero Must too. I'm going to go in with a Little Prince in the back. Get ready to set up for the next push. Actually, I'm going to go Skelly Barrel immediately. Kind of pressure him while he's still low on Elixir. Not going to really let him go in. Bar Barrel, just trying to cycle back my Evos. Also cycle to another Little Prince for defense before he can push me. He wasted Fireball here. I'm going to Little Prince ability. I'm going to go Night Pocket. Probably with minions late. Yup. Knew it. Knew he would try to go for like a weak response. This is going to get a ton of damage because he wasted the Fireball. You see what I did there? I see he wasted the Fireball, so I went for the Night Minions, tanked. Gonna go Low Prince. Nice, I predicted with the Low Prince. If you can get that Low Prince prediction, guys, it fully counters with the Cannoneer. Like I'm telling you, this is crazy, guys. And all I need is a Poison here plus Skellies. Was hovering the Knight for ability, but he switched, so not really necessary anymore. Defensive Mortar. Should be able to defend, guys. Get ready to cycle the Evos, Again, I'm telling you guys.
A little bad placement on the low prince there, but I can just set up, yep, I was going to say I can set up low prince ability, get ready to defend. Canyoneers are going to do it. I don't really need to defend too much, and yeah, it's going to be a beautiful game, guys. This is going to be the deck, trust me, guys. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and goodbye.